What's going on, guys? Bobby with Consumer Time Capsule, back with another review for you here. And today we're back at the Treehouse to talk to you about 4 new candies hitting store shelves right now. Ryan, why don't you come on in and take a look? We've got all kinds here. We've got Reese's Big Cup with pretzels, Smoothie Mix Skittles, Peanut Brownie Snickers Squares, and the latest Kit Kat duos with Mocha and chocolate.
Dang.
So we got 3 pretty chocolatey options and then 5 flavors in a bag of Skittles of fruity options. So lots of candy to talk with you here about. So we gotta dive right in. We got a full bank of stuff to taste today. So these are the Kit Kat duos, Mocha and chocolate. 88 cents at Mark's in Columbus, Ohio. You've got a layer of kind of speckled light brown mocha and then some, you know, I'd call it milk chocolate, but I mean, after yesterday. Let's see here. It just says chocolate, so I'm thinking milk chocolate. Ryan, why don't you grab your keep here?
Excited.
So everybody who's been watching the channel for a while knows Ryan's more of the coffee guy, I'm a little less of the coffee guy, but the thing that I appreciate about this is the chocolate is just sweet enough to kind of cancel out some of that coffee bitterness, but you're still getting a lot of coffee flavor. If this were just a Mocha Kit Kat, it would be a complete disaster, I think. It really needed the chocolate to balance that flavor. And I think because of that, it did a really, really good job. Look, anybody who's tried this that has an appreciation for coffee that I've encountered has said that it's pretty solid. So Ryan, I gotta imagine you're probably digging these, huh?
I like it.
All right. And that brings us to our second candy today. We've got the Peanut Brownie Snickers Squares. Look at these little baby squares. Isn't that adorable? So these were priced very, 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 very weirdly at the Texarkana, Arkansas Albertsons. Buy 2, get 3 free.
Interesting.
But it was basically $4.75 for 5 of them. But they were only in 2 packs, which is nice. There we go. Now, it is a layer of almost like a Little Debbie looking brownie with pieces of peanuts in it. Then you have a layer of, you can already tell it's that classic Snickers caramel, and then milk chocolate on the outside. I was not expecting this, but the outer chocolate and the caramel are the primary flavors, not the brownie.
Yeah. Brownie just kind of disappears. It's really more of a texture.
It's more of a texture thing. So you're definitely, it takes an extra chew or 2 relative to a normal Snickers. Other than that, it's really not adding a very different flavor. It doesn't taste that different from a normal Snickers, but it has less peanuts, even though peanuts are in the name. And to me,
agree.
It's like, the reason why Snickers satisfies is because you get all those peanuts, right? I mean, that's why you can have it as a stand-in when, you know, you can't take your lunch break or something, right? So, yeah, this does not fill that role. So why bother, I guess, is really where I'm coming from on it. While we're talking about products with that really weird Albertsons sale in Texarkana, Arkansas, buy 2, get 3 free. These came in individual cup sizes, which was really cool for a Reese's Big Cup. Usually see it in the king size, the 2-pack. It is the pretzel Reese's. Now this one, boy, this has got to work, right, Ryan? I mean, come on. You're throwing pretzels and peanut butter and covering it in chocolate. How could that not be delicious? So you may want that one. I don't think I'd touch that. Or you want the big one. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you brought your milk or water or whatever.
I wasn't surprised. I wasn't expecting that.
How could so little, pretzel make that much extra crunch? You get the granular salt of the outside of a pretzel. You get the butteriness. You get the crunchiness. But then you're adding it to a big cup of Reese's. Now, those of you that have been with the channel for a long time know that when we ranked all of the Reese's Cups, Big Cup were pretty close to our least favorite. But I think adding in the pretzel does enough to cancel out the fact that there's a little bit too much peanut butter for the amount of chocolate. It's done an amazing job. I think it's elevated the Big Cup beyond my expectations. This is an outstanding, first off, I understand that this is a permanent addition to the line. Eventually they're going to run out of permanent additions and have to start picking some off, but this one is so delicious. You could replace the regular Big Cup with it as far as I'm concerned.
20% of a 7-Eleven candy aisle is Reese's products. It's
Dude,
insane.
it's getting to a point where like 3% of a grocery store is Reese's products. It's just too much Reese's, but yeah, look,
Keep it coming.
I believe that Reese's has overtaken Snickers as the most popular candy bar, like the most sold candy bar in America. So, you know, why stop at, 12 products? Make it 13th, 14th, 15th.
What do you think of the Reese's Pieces Reese's Cups? Have you
I
had those?
prefer it to this because it comes in a regular thin cup and not a thick cup.
Yes.
This has made me a bit thirsty, and I mean, of course, the pretzels are not helping with that. So, that is the con of it, but that's the most obvious con of all time. How could I possibly complain about a salty pretzel Reese's Big Cup making me thirsty? If I didn't expect that coming in, then I'm just an idiot. I shouldn't have my own channel. Okay, so we've had a lot of chocolate here today. I think we need to wash it down with some smoothies. It is the Smoothie Skittles. Now, Smoothie Mix Skittles existed about a decade ago. And these are, I think, some returning flavors. We got raspberry smoothie, blueberry smoothie, mango smoothie, peach guava smoothie, which is interesting, and strawberry banana smoothie. I found these in a king size pack at a gas station.
Package.
It is a beautiful package. So it was $1.79 at a Speedway gas station in Louisville, Kentucky. You got a nice kind of array of, you get a rainbow to taste, that's for sure. So we're gonna have to probably taste these off camera just to not chew and chew and chew and chew, because that's inevitably gonna happen. So we saved you a lot of chewing, but Ryan and I were really able to dig in deep. We had all 5 flavors. And we've got a lot of very passionate observations about these, and not many that are going to be very good news to the Skittles team. So let's start with the good news. Raspberry smoothie is one of the best flavors of Skittles out there. It's delicious. Ryan, you just grabbed a whole extra handful of raspberry just to nullify all of the gross flavors that followed.
And I now regret that.
You regret it? Oh, because
It's not good when you eat 6.
it's not good when you eat 6. Okay. So I had 2 or 3 of them, and they were pretty good. It sounds like maybe the whole smoothie thing was maybe just a bad idea. Okay, so here's the rankings. Best was raspberry. The second best was in your mouth mango, but I'd say overall probably the maybe peach guava. Strawberry bananas in that mix too. So I'd say mango, strawberry, banana, and peach guava are all kind of clumped together for second, third, fourth. Even though blueberry is probably my favorite traditional flavor out of all of them, the blueberry flavor of these Smoothie Skittles is just a disaster. Several of the flavors, but particularly the blueberry, have a weird, almost minty aftertaste. And that does not go with a Skittle at all. I don't know if that's supposed to mimic some kind of a cooling effect with it being a smoothie. I do think that the packaging was great, the idea was great, the execution, what a disappointment. Really, really bad. So we'll get into the gimmicks here first. I gotta tell you, we do have a lot of interesting ideas, but nothing that's like a very clear-cut 10. So the duos, Mocha and Chocolate, probably the most basic of the 4. So I'm going to give that a 3 out of 10. Peanut Brownie, Snickers Squares, a bit more interesting, maybe a 5.5 out of 10. Smoothie Skittles, I love the bag design. I love the kind of inventiveness of taking smoothie flavors, which are pretty much just regular fruit flavors, but then like repurposing it to make it a little bit more interesting. It just feels like they put that little extra effort into it. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Beautiful bag.
Beautiful bag. What a
bag.
great look. It actually kind of looks like your Celebrate Chicken Nuggets button. And I'd say that the best idea of the day has to be the Reese's Big Cup with pretzels. Such an obvious thing. You know, pretzels and peanut butter and chocolate, they just go together well. Look, from a design standpoint, maybe not the most interesting, but definitely on your plate, I would say the most interesting of the day. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10 gimmick rate. Now, getting into the capsule countdown, I don't think that there's any questioning that the Smoothie Skittles are absolutely positively the worst of the day. Because I really did not like 4 of the flavors, it's definitely last place, 4th place on today's capsule countdown. I'll give it a 3 out of 10, mostly because the red raspberry was pretty good. But boy, swing and a miss. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I'm going to give the Kit Kat Duos 3rd place. I know I'm a little biased because I'm not big on the coffee flavor. The coffee flavor is definitely at the forefront over the wafer flavor or the chocolate flavor. It does an okay job of nullifying some of the bitterness, but, you know, just not quite enough for my taste. So what do you think, Ryan? Maybe like a 5 out of 10?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Is that defensible? Okay. We'll go with a 5 out of 10 in 3rd place on today's capsule countdown. 2nd place, got to go to the Peanut Brownie Snickers. Look, the Peanut Brownie Snickers basically tastes like a Snickers, and it's tough taste-wise to hold anything against it. It's just, why does it exist? You know, I wish it had more peanuts. It does not have enough peanuts to bear the name peanut when a regular Snickers doesn't even mention peanuts, and it has way more peanuts. So it's like a Snickers with less peanuts and maybe takes an extra chew or two to get down. But tastes pretty good. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. 2nd place on today's capsule countdown. But the star of the day, got to be the Reese's Big Cup with pretzels. Look, this was just perfect. It's the best big cup version of a Reese's that you're going to find. It added in tons of texture. It added in good saltiness, but a different kind of saltiness than just the regular fatiguing too much peanut butter saltiness. The granular sugar on the outside, the butteriness of the pretzels, the extra crispiness, just made a really well-rounded, delicious candy. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. 1st place on today's capsule countdown.
Nice.
Really delicious and definitely the best new candy of the new year. We're talking a lot about candy. Let's talk a little bit about fruit snacks. My favorite fruit snacks ever made were so delicious. And I did end up getting a box of these late last year. And this is actually from 2002. It's from Canada. So on the back, it's Soda Lisieux.
Oh, that's cool.
They were still out. Betty Crocker was still making these in 2002 in Canada. They came in orange, red punch, lemon lime, and grape flavors. That's with a U for flavors.
Good to look at that.
Yeah, take a peek at this. Beautiful design, very similar to the launch design here in the States. Later in the run, they ended up adding in 7-Up and Cherry 7-Up flavors. And it's really too bad that I still haven't been able to track down a box of those. But one of these days, I'll be sharing that with you here on the channel. This box is still full. This guy just put it in a regular bubble mailer, so it pretty much flattened and destroyed the box. So I ended up getting some of my money back, which I'd rather just have my box in good shape. But, you know, one of these days, I think, Ryan, we're going to open these up. And we might even eat them. So, but it isn't going to be today. I think we've had enough candy for our one day. But very, very cool. Soda bottle shaped fruit snacks with that nice granular sour sugar on the outside. Did give it kind of a carbonated soda kind of feel. Really one of my favorite products of all time, and one that I'm glad to share with you here today. Next time we're going to be talking about chips. It's salted caramel Lay's. tangy pickle Doritos, and honey mustard double crunch Ruffles. Ryan, I know you love double crunch Ruffles, so this is gonna be a good one. So I am definitely looking forward to it. Join us next Monday for that, and of course, until next time, I will miss ya until I see ya. Cheers.